All right, everyone, this is 7.1 extra practice number 1, rates, ratios, and proportions. Write each ratio as a fraction in simplest form. 7th grade boys to 6th grade boys. Remember, this is a fraction. Simplest form means we could break it down as far as we can go. 7th grade boys, well, there's 26 of them according to the table. And that's over 6th grade boys, which is 30. If we were to break that down, all you have to do is type that fraction in your calculator, 26 over 30, and you would find that both of these can be divided by 2, which gives you 13 over 50. Okay, moving on to 7th grade girls to 6th grade boys, well, there's 34 7th grade girls, and again, there's 30 6th grade boys. And if you divide both of those by 2, we get 17 over 15. 7th graders to 6th graders. Well, now we have to add 26 and 34, which makes 60 7th graders, over 30 plus 22 6th graders, which means there's 52 6th graders. And if we divide both of those by 2, we get 30 over 26. But we can actually go even further than that. 30 over 26 as a fraction. And we get 15 over 13. Boys to girls, well, if we add down the columns, there's 56 boys in comparison to 56 girls, which is really just 1-to-1 or 1. Girls to all students. Well, we said already that there is 56 girls. All students means we have to add all 4. So 26 plus 34 plus 30 plus 22 equals 112 in total. So 56 over 112 converted to a fraction is 1/2. Find each unit rate. Well, you have 78 miles to 3 gallons. And if you divide those two numbers, 78 divided by 3 gives you 26. And that's miles per gallon. Okay, here you have $52.50 in 7 hours. So if you take $52.50 and divide it by 7, that means you're making $7.50 per hour. Here we have 416 miles divided by 8 hours. 416 divided by 8 is 52 miles per hour. A 64-ounce container of sports juice costs $6.50. A 48-ounce container of the same juice costs $4.25. Which size container is the better buy? Well, now we have to figure out how much we're paying per ounce. So here we have 64 ounces, and that's going to cost you $6.50. And on the other side, we have 48 ounces, and that costs you $4.25. So 64 divided by 650 means that we're paying $9.8 ounces per dollar. Okay, so $1 is getting you 9.8 ounces. Now, if we take 48 and divide it by 425, that means you're getting 11.29 ounces per $1. So what's the better deal? Well, 48 ounces for sure, because you're getting more ounces per dollar. Solve each proportion. Remember, this is just cross multiplying. So here we have 4 times 20 equals 5 times r. 4 times 20 is 80. 5 times r is 5r. Divide by 5 on both sides, and r is equal to 80 divided by 5 is 16. Here we have 9 times 6 is equal to 2 times k. 9 times 6 is 54. 2 times k is 2k. Divide both sides by 2, and k is equal to 27. Here you have 35 times 3 is equal to 7 times h. Well, 35 times 3 is 105. And that's equal to 7h. Divide both sides by 7, and h is equal to 15. Here we have 3.0 times 3.6 is equal to 2.7 times x. Well, 3.0 times 3.6 is 10.8, and that's equal to 2.7x. Divide both sides by 2.7, and x is equal to 4. Okay, your last 6 questions are word problems, okay? It says set up a proportion to solve. All right. And your answer to the question should be with a sentence, but we'll see how we go here. You can peel 4 potatoes in 10 minutes. Okay, how long will it take you to peel 14 potatoes? All right, well, the question asks, how long will it take? So we don't know the time. Let's make it x minutes. Cross multiply. We have 14 potatoes times 10 minutes. So 14 times 10 equals, and then on the other side, we have 4 times x. So 14 times 10 is 140. And that's equal to 4x. Divide both sides by 4, and x is equal to 35. So it says, be sure that your answer to the question is with a complete sentence here. Okay, so how long will it take you to peel 14 potatoes? It will take 35 minutes to peel 14 potatoes. Okay. Here it says you can read 45 pages in 2 hours of your book. How many pages can you read in 3 hours? So x pages, we don't know how many pages, in 3 hours. So if we cross multiply, we have 45 times 3 is equal to 2 hours times x. Well, 45 times 3 is 135, and 2 times x is 2x. Divide both sides by 2, and x equals 135 divided by 2 is 67.5. So you can read 67.5 pages in 3 hours. Okay. 9 out of 10 students prefer math class over lunch. How many students do not prefer math if we ask 200 students? So 9 out of 10 students is equivalent to however many students out of 200. So here we have 9 times 200 and 10 times x. Okay, so 9 times 200 is 1800, which equals 10x. Divide both sides by 10, and x is equal to 1800 divided by 10 is 180. So how many students do not prefer math class over lunch? Well, if 180 do prefer, okay, then that means 20 do not. You estimate that you can do 12 math problems in 45 minutes. How long should it take you to do 20 math problems? So we don't know the minutes this time. So cross multiply 12 times x and 45 times 20. Okay, 45 times 20 is 900, and that's going to be equal to 12x. Divide both sides by 12, and x is equal to 75. So it will take 75 minutes to complete 20 math problems. Okay? These last two are on you guys. I'm going to help you set them up, but then you solve them on your own. It says a girl makes 12 foul shots for every 8 that she misses. Well, if there's 12 and 8, right? That means she took a total of 20 shots. How many shots did she make if she shot 125 foul shots? So 12 foul shots were made out of 20 shots total. Now they're asking how many shots did she make? So we have x that were made out of 125 shots. Okay, cross multiply and solve for x. The ratio of girls to boys in the 6th grade is 6 to 7. So 6 girls to 7 boys. How many girls are there if there are 364 total students? So they changed the question on us. We have 6 girls, and 6 and 7 makes 13, so we'll say 13 total. Now they want to know how many girls are there, so there's X amount of girls for 364 total. Again, cross multiply here and tell me what we get. Okay, so for both of these we should have 12 times 125 equals 20 times x. Now you need to solve for x, okay? And on the bottom, we have 6 times 364 equals 13 times x. And again, you need to solve for x just as I did in question 14, 15, 16, and 17, okay? Thanks for watching.